everybody, this is your friend SpiderSlayer5 here with another video. This time I'm going to be playing Call of Duty Ghosts. This is the latest Call of Duty, and don't worry, my channel is not just going to be a Call of Duty channel. I will have other videos. It's just, I like Call of Duty, and it's a good series, good games. If you're not into the FPS, or first-person shooters, then, well, too bad. Then go to another channel, but don't forget to leave a like first. Alright, so, I know that there's been a lot of, so every single Call of Duty always comes with a bunch of, videos that are about tips and tricks and class setups. And today I'm going to be doing some class setups that might remind you a little bit of past Call of Duties. Mainly the last two ones of MW3 and BO2. So, not much to do, we shall head over to multiplayer. Because that's what these classes are. These classes, they're not exactly meant to be incredibly effective. There's nothing really special with them. But, I'll tell you my reasoning for why I want to do these classes and why they remind me of these games. You might agree with some of it, you might not agree with other bits of it. But, yeah, so these are just some class setups. I'm not sure how useful they might be. It really depends on the player. But here's my character. And again, I always apologize for the audio and picture quality. I always apologize. I do my best with the YouTube editor. I know it's not great, but if you can't tell, this is the one of the Black Ops 2 backgrounds that you can get. And you get it by prestiging once in Black Ops 2. And there are lots of other patches. But two of these classes I'm going to be showing you is this first one called MW3 and this other one called Black Ops 2. Now let's go into looks. For this class, I have decided to use the Vepa. Now the Vepa is a submachine gun. It's right under the Bison and next to the Vector and above the MTAR-X. It is fully automatic with the large ammo capacity in this class with lowest recoil. I don't have the Ripper yet. That's the newest one. I don't have the Ripper yet though, because I didn't buy the DLC. I only have one DLC, so you might see some gameplay from that one DLC, but not the second one. I will be getting it eventually, but not anytime soon. But because I don't have any money. So basically, the Vepa, and the reason why I decided to put it for this is my MW3 class, Modern Warfare 3. And the reason I put it like this is because when you look at it in multiplayer, it looks like the AK-47 from MW3. And I know that in MW3, the AK-47 was a very popular weapon. People liked it. They used it a lot. It was a good weapon. I remember seeing it many times when I was playing MW3. So I figured, well, Vepa looks like the AK-47, and I think they did kind of get the basis off of that. So I decided to put it in my MW3 class setup, and it's pretty good. And I put muzzle brake on it just because it does kind of need the boost of range. Lots of attachments, but I don't have any because I saw a lot of people using the AK-47 without any kind of attachments on it, no scope, just using the ion sights. And this gun has a pretty good ion sights, and it is one of the best SMGs for spraying for walking into a room and spraying. And then for secondary, by using the Overkill perk, right? Overkill, yeah, Overkill. I decided to have the CBJ-MS. Now the CBJ-MS, though there either was this exact weapon or at least a version of it, like an earlier version that basically was exactly the same, one or the other. But this was a weapon in MW3. Either a very close version or the exact version. And this was one of the machine pistols that you could get. And it was very good. This time it counted as a primary, not a machine pistol. But it was good. It was one of the best machine pistols, at least in my opinion. So that's why I decided to add it in my secondary from MW3 class. And I decided to put muzzle brake on it just to increase the range. Now for perks, the perks really aren't that connected to MW3. Yeah, maybe a few of these might resemble a few things. But mainly, you need Overkill if you want to have two primary weapons. You want Reflex to move between the weapons faster, mainly when you have primary. You need Scavenger to reload ammo from dead players. and I just decided to add on the go so I can reload while I'm sprinting. Ready up so my weapon's faster after sprinting, and on the go, or not on the go, and resilience. That was just a little bonus one to fill up the last spot. I can't speak today, so I didn't have to take any damage from falling. So that's my MW3 class, and then for my Black Ops 2 class, which I just named BO2, I have a weapon that I do believe is only a variant version of the weapon, but basically still in the submachine gun class, underneath the Bison and above the K7 and next to the CBJMS is the Vector CRB. Now in Call of Duty Black Ops 2 there was a Vector. I'm pretty sure it wasn't this kind. Yes, they look very similar, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't this exact Vector. I'm pretty sure they decided to have a variant to it. I don't have any camos because I don't really go for camos. In Call of Duty Ghosts I just really go to win the game. So the Vector, I added muzzle brake, and there's a little bit more semblance in this game to perks that were actually in Black Ops 2. Muzzle brake to resemble long barrel, which was one of the most popular perks, or not perks, attachments for this weapon. And if there was a laser sight, I would have put it on because I always use the laser sight, but I decided to just use armor piercing to kind of resemble the FMJ, I believe was it was called, the additional damage bullets, which was good. And for secondary, the PDW, because there was a PDW in Black Ops 2, but this PDW is entirely different. It's not anywhere even similar to the PDW that we all know from Black Ops 2. I just simply put it in there because it says PDW, and it's just, you know, a little reference, even though it's nothing like PDW, and it's honestly just not that great. So I put a reflex sight on it because that's what a lot of people put on the PDWs back in Black Ops 2. Now, what I put for here for perks, I put agility to kind of dead silence to remember to be similar with the dead silence from Black Ops 2, which was the picture of the assassin walking around, or the sniper and his hood walking around. Dead silence. Incog to remember to kind of resemble Cold-Blooded. Scavenger to resemble, you know, Scavenger. Scavenger, I believe, has been in almost every single Call of Duty. That's perks. It's one of the best. Agility to resemble Lightweight, and then Ready Up is just so I can get up faster and figure we get into a gunfight. And the strike package, there's really no resemblance, really. I mean, yeah, there might be a few, but I just use the same strike package, which is Satcom, Guard Dog, Maniac. So, and I rarely go with tacticals or lethals, and barely go with secondaries either. But so these are the two classes I'm going to show you today. I do have other classes here that I will show you, but that will be for later. So now I'm going to go into matches and kind of show you what these are like. I apologize if I'm not going to do so great. It kind of depends on the map sizes, because in no way are these weapons meant for long range, even with muzzle brake. I mean, I don't think in any version of the game, of any Call of Duty, was any version of these weapons supposed to be meant for long range. So, yeah. So, I'm gonna start with MW3. Okay, so I joined into a bad. Okay, well I joined into a crappy game. Okay, I joined into a bad game. What the? Oh, okay, I see it. I want to see this though. Aw, I thought they made me show the guy going flying. Okay, good. Squad point. So this won't be my only custom class loadout. I do have a bunch of other custom classes I do want to show you guys. These are my main two role-playing ones. And I do have one other one that I will show you later. It's a really good one. Oh, dang. Maybe that's why no one was there. I do have one more role-playing one that I might show you later on in the video if we have time. I kind of want to keep this one short because I have had some long videos lately. Oh, I try not to cuss. Just because I'm the kind of guy who I don't want you guys to be worried about not being able to watch me without having to have headphones in. Because YouTube is just full of such bad language that I don't have a problem with language. It's just I want you guys to be able to watch my videos if you even have an adult around and not have to worry about getting in trouble, because I know that's a problem. That's a fear that I have. What the? Oh, I missed. Because that's a fear that I kind of have. I don't want to get in trouble with like my elders, you could say, for watching a YouTube video that has the bad words, or whatever you might consider a bad word. I honestly don't care about cussing. I mean, I think it's just words that people have decided to give power over the years, and there's no point for it. So actually, okay, I'm just gonna go through the rest of this game just using the NW3 class. Now this class may be good for some. It's not working out fabulous for me, but this isn't exactly the best map. Not to mention, I joined in a very bad game. I'm pretty decent at ghosts, but, not today. But, yeah. I mean, role-playing classes, they're not really meant to be like, I didn't do good at all. Thankfully, you guys can't see the KD too well, which I do apologize for the camera quality. But, camera and audio quality. But, yep, that's my MW3 class. If it works for you, go for it. If you are a big MW3 fan, I think this is the best class you could use to support it. So now I'm going to be using my Black Ops 2 class, and I think this one's a little more effective. Just a little bit, because the Vector's a pretty good gun in this game. It has the highest damage out of all the SMGs. But I think everyone who plays Ghost can kind of agree that they're probably one of the best SMGs out of almost any COD has to be the MTAR-X. Good damage, good rate of fire, pretty controllable, and very accurate. So. Okay, so this is a good game to get into. We're not hopelessly losing or totally winning, but I'd rather be totally winning than totally losing. But we're in the lead. So now I'm using my Vector. The ion sights are totally different. I mean, in Black Ops 2, what was the ion sights? Basically just like a little thing sticking up off the barrel. Yeah, the ion sights weren't much. Although I never really put a scope on the Vector when I used it in Black Ops 2. We've lost the lead. And I did indeed use the Vector. Oh, this map. So many sniper posts. I gotta remember my strategy. What the heck was that? My controller has a few problems every now and then. What? I know you call that strafing, but that guy walked into so many of my bullets, I think he would have killed himself. Oh boy, the quiet. Oh boy. Okay, we're good. So yeah, this is my Black Ops 2 class, PDW, as a secondary, even though it really isn't good. The PDW in this game actually sucks really bad. The 3-round burst, it's not good. Random IEDs, that's cool. I knew I should have left. So, these are just two little role-playing classes. I will show you that last one I was going to show you. But these classes, they aren't really meant to be like, you know, hardcore gaming. I'm expecting these classes to get me like a really good KD. These classes are not meant for that. These classes are just little, hey, look at this. Does this remind you of Black Ops 2 or MW3? It's not really meant to be a big old class. Oh, what the? I don't know what's going on here. That was a bit weird, but that was weird. I think someone tried to blow me up. I can't be sure. So yeah, I think the Vector class is a little bit better than my MW3 class. But like I said, these classes are not made to like really get you like incredibly high KDs. I mean, you could, if this works for you, and great. This is just kind of a little, you know, hey, look at this. Does this remind you of Black Ops 2 or MW3? And if it does, great. If it doesn't, well, then don't use it. What? Okay.
Friendly SATCOM active.
You guys notice me aiming in a lot. One of my main strategies that's not working fabulous in this particular game, but what does work fairly well, is I try to aim in as much as I can. It's one of my personal little strategies. You know, I was watching a lot of YouTube. Back in my earlier days, I was watching so many videos about how to be good at this game, because I just came from playing like Black Ops 2 and MW3, and those two games have similar playstyles, while this one has a completely different playstyle than past Call of Duties. You can't just rush in and expect to do great because you're going to get killed really fast. So, yeah, so I was looking up many YouTube videos, and I heard so many like different like variants of like tactics that they wanted me to use, and I kind of combined them all. And by combined, I mean I kind of looked at this one that kind of seemed to work a little bit better, and I just simply had it to where I aim in as much as I can, and it works pretty well. I don't get the best KD out of the game, but I usually don't get the worst either. So, yeah. So after this game, I will show you another good strategy. I do think that out of the two classes, if you want one to be actually kind of good and actually like do good with you, do good for you, I think this is the better class. Let's get a sec. Oh, okay, never mind. I kind of think that this is the better class because I think this one's more higher damaging, and the Vector's a pretty good weapon in this game. It was fairly good in Black Ops 2. I actually think it's better in this one. Okay, good, victory.
Well done.
I actually think that the Vector's better in this game than in Black Ops 2, but I guess that's just kind of a personal preference. Ooh, AK-12, that's a good weapon. But, so I'm going to show you my last little play class. This one I do find works really well for close quarters because it's an SMG and one of the lowest ranges. Oh, good, we got... What the? Whoops. We got good maps. What the? Fudge. Okay. So this last one is ODST. Now, this is a great map. This is a really good one. This is a really good setup. Someone's knocking on my door. Alright, sorry about that. I was saying this. ODST. Anybody remember Halo 3 ODST? Or just Halo in general? It was ODST, Orbital Drop Shock Troopers. And I used the K7 with armor-piercing rounds and the foregrip. I think that looks like a weapon the ODST agent would use. My secondary is the P226 with muzzle brake, because I think that looks pretty good. I have Takedown, Blind Eye, Incog, Focus, and Scavenger to kind of resemble the stealthness that the ODST agents often, that the ODST soldiers often have to use. And I chose this pistol because I think it does kind of look like, I think with the muzzle brake on it, it does look just a little bit. I think it does indeed look like a Spartan, like an ODST pistol. So this is actually a class that I do find works pretty well. It's great for hip firing. If you're the kind of guy who has to hip fire, this is one of the best classes for that. It comes with an integrated silencer, so if you're going with a stealth build, this is definitely one of the best stealth builds. It's a really good weapon. Ouch, I shouldn't have stood up. It's a really good build, and I didn't get this idea all by myself. Not fellow YouTuber, but another YouTuber named, his channel is called Chaos Silencer. He had an ODST build that I got this idea from. I don't mean to steal his idea. It's just I thought he used the MTAR-X with like a silencer on it to make it look, and to be like the weapons that they use. But I kind of thought I actually always thought that the K7 looked like a ODST weapon. So that's why I'm kind of redoing his class. The classes are very different. Our class is actually really different. So it's not like I'm copying his class. Yeah, there might be a few similarities, but this is mainly my own general class. I just kind of got the idea of having it set up for an ODST from him. And you should check out his channel. It's a good channel, better than mine. Not that he's saying that you should hate mine, but yeah. Don't know where that guy was. What the? Wow, talk about camping. But yeah, I always thought that the K7 looked more like an ODST weapon than the MTAR-X with a silencer on it. Not to mention this weapon comes with its own silencer. So, just to recap, Vepa with muzzle brake and the CBJMS as its secondary, because the Vepa reminds me of, and hopefully you too, of the AK-47 from MW3, and this weapon, the CBJMS, was actually in MW3. It was a machine pistol, so that's why I have it as my secondary. And the perks really aren't supposed to be connected to anything. I just put these perks like this just because they were good perks, and yeah, good perks to make the class work. This class is fairly successful. I like it. It can work for you probably.
Friendly SATCOM active.
So yeah, I think the Vepa looks a little bit like the AK-47 from MW3. And I do think that is kind of what they got the basic weapon model off of. I'm not sure though, because I don't work at Infinity Ward, and I don't know anybody that works at Infinity Ward, so I probably am wrong. But I don't know. I could be right, I could be wrong. I don't know. But yeah. So, yep, the Vepa, I think it looks like the AK-47 from MW3. CB, this weapon was in MW3. Was one as a secondary. And this weapon, the Vector, there is a Vector in Black Ops 2. It's not the exact same one though. Obviously. Different, I mean, the Vector didn't have iron sights like this. And if it did, then I'm totally remembering the Vector wrong. But this class does resemble Black Ops 2 a little bit more than my MW3 class. PDW is a secondary, even though this is 1000% different, 1,000 times different than the PDW that we know from Black Ops 2. I just put it in because it says PDW, and yeah, PDW, that was embarrassing. PDW, so that's why I put it. And it's not that good of a pistol. In fact, it's actually pretty bad. But you know, if it works for you, then go for it. And then finally okay, I didn't even want to show you guys, but finally my ODST class. I'm doing horrible this game, that's because I'm not really focusing on it. I'm just focusing on showing you guys all these classes. That was kind of BS. I shot him a lot. But these classes are just little role-playing classes.
Friendly SATCOM active.
I don't feel bad because it's a wolf, not a dog. Did we win? I can't tell. Phew, okay, we won.
Got you guys stuck.
That guy was about to rage. So yeah, these are the classes I think work. They're not exactly meant to be like really effective, great classes. I hope they are, and I hope they work for you. If they do, if they don't. But yeah, these are my three. Just kind of, I did horrible this game. I wasn't really trying to do good. Wish I got the final kill, but they're just three little classes to play around with. They're not meant to be like they're not meant to be classes for super competitive. If you can do good with them, then do good with them. But I'm just going to show you all the other classes I use real quick. I use the Honey Badger with I got this off of a YouTuber. Back when I was in the early days, I used it and I actually like it. I like this web. I just recently started using this with these attachments, and I really like it. And you should try this class. This is a really good class. It uses the Honey Badger in a way that no one ever would expect. So basically, Honey Badger with a grip, Honey Badger with the foregrip for reduced recoil, and semi-automatic. I know you're like fully sending a totally awesome SMG or assault rifle and changing it completely into a semi-automatic, but it works really well. And for perks, I just have the snow camo. But for perks, Blind Eye, Dead Silence, Scavenger, ICU, Focus, and Ready Up. Ready Up, your weapon's faster. Blind Eye, undetectable by air support, and Oracle system, and Sentries. Dead Silence, you move Silencer. You move Dead Silence. You move you don't make any noise when you don't make any noise when you walk, except people. The only people that can hear you are people who are using Amplify. Scavenger, we resupply ammo from the dead. ICU, generate health faster, and Focus, less sway when aiming down sights, and you don't flinch as much when you get hit. So more accuracy. Dry my mouth out saying all that. And then Strike Package stays the same for everything. I don't use the secondary, no tacticals, no lethals, because it gives you more perks. The MSBS class, I actually had this class before the MSBS was patched. So it's not that. So the MSBS really isn't that fabulous anymore. I usually use. I don't know why I wasn't. But I use VMR site, or I've used it before, but I didn't unlock it. I used it from weapons I picked up, and I used it a lot, and it was really good. With muzzle brake to increase the range, I just have the AK-12 just on there because if I'm ever in a tight spot and I need to move to another good weapon fast, this is a really good one. I have Ready Up, Reflex, Dead Silence, Scavenger, and Overkill. Overkill, 2 weapons, Scavenger, fresh ammo, Dead Silence, and possible to hear. Reflex, you use weapons faster, and Ready Up faster. And then I use Old Favorite. This is one of probably the most favorite weapons out of COD Ghosts. The MTAR-X. Can you recognize this one from Black Ops 2? This weapon could easily replace the Vector for the Black Ops 2 class, because this weapon is the MTAR, but better. MTAR-X, I put muzzle brake on it, and the ion sights are really bad on this gun, and a lot of people agree with me, so I decided to use the tracker sight, which, don't worry, it's nothing like Target Finder. For instead of having your full screen being able to see people and obnoxious red triangles over the enemies, it's only gently highlighted in orange, and it blocks pretty much all of your peripheral vision, so it's not that good. I use it for the ion sights. just because, yeah, the ion sights on this are better than the MTAR-X's normal ion sights, which is probably its biggest flaw. But this is a really good weapon, very accurate, very strong, very good range, very good damage. And I just had the PDW with a tactical knife, faster melee attack. And for perks, I use Ready Up, Sleight of Hand, which means faster reloading, Agility, which is the equivalent of Lightweight, except without the reduced damage when falling, which increases your movement speed. Marathon for unlimited sprint, which I think is a really cool perk in this game. I mean, you might think, oh no, shotgun noobs. There are actually not very many shotgun noobs because these maps are too big for shotgun noobs. They're usually going to get sniped down at first. Doesn't mean there's no such thing as a shotgun noob in this game, but there's not as nearly as many. On the go for reloading while sprinting and blind eye. Jetpack stays the same. And these are just the classes I use. I don't really use my role-playing classes except for the ODST, but these classes are good classes. They work for me. I will be getting extra loadouts eventually, and I will be buying the DLC eventually, but that's not now. These are all my squad members that I have. I only have 4 left, but I mean, look at this: 400, 500 squad points, 400, 300, 200 squad points. Just they better be enhanced or something, but so yeah, that about wraps up this video. I'm sorry it's taking a little longer. If you like long videos, then my channel is going to be pretty good for you, because I really don't do videos under 5 minutes. I don't think that's long enough. For me, it has to be 10 minutes and above for it to be a good video in my eyes. So, leave a like and a favorite. It helps out a lot. Subscribe today. I hope you liked the video. I hope you use those classes to your advantage. If they're just like little playing around classes, I would really only use, if you're not good at those classes but you still want to have them in, I would only put them in as like at the very bottom of like an extra slots pack, because they're just like little role-playing ones. The best one in my opinion is the ODST. I think the K7 is really good. It's a really good weapon. And that sums up this video. I will be doing more Call of Duty Ghosts, so just more Call of Duty in general. Probably more on the Ghost side now, because the Call of Duty Ghost, since it's a completely different playstyle than past Call of Duties like MW3 and BO2, you can't really switch back and forth between the games too often without losing a lot of skill in one or the other. So, yeah. So, I will be doing some more multiplayer from Call of Duty Ghosts. I will be doing some Extinction. I beat Nightfall almost 3 times in a row last night with just random people. And, yeah. And I will be doing some squads. So I hope you like this. There might be a small chance of me doing the campaign sometime. I kind of doubt it, because I really don't do campaigns in games because they take too long. But so yeah, leave a like, a favorite, and subscribe. See you in the next episode of whatever I make. And I hope you enjoyed this. Call of Duty Ghosts for the win.